Hey, Peter, do you want to hear some trivia?
Oh, mate, I love a good game of trivia.
Guess what happens when a chook and two pelicans get together?
What's that, mate?
A clucking good time. That's right, you pelicans. The wobbly chook has jumped on board, keeping the bird presence strong. Whether you like a pale ale, brown ale, IPA, or a lager, the wobbly chook has you catered. Crafted from Yamba's finest chooks.
Better still, Mick, how do we get some wobbly chook?
That's easy, P2. Jump online at www.wobblychookbrewingco.com or pop into 26 Cole Street in the heart of Yamba.
And have a clucking good time.
Cluck out.
Cuckoo! Always remember, don't be a mud gudgeon and drink responsibly.
Welcome back to another episode of the Two Pelicans podcast. So you would have just missed that.
G'day, you Pelicans.
Here he was, you were sort of hung up on his
Go and have a good time with her a bit later on.
Pelicans landing in 3, 2, 1.
All right, guys, welcome back to the Two Pelicans podcast. I'm Mick.
I'm Bo.
And we are the Two Pelicans here once again to make fishing great. One cast, one throw, one yarn at a time. And, mates, you just made a cheeky little comment there before. Yes, for the YouTubers there, I sort of have glasses. It's just time to start wearing glasses. I'm getting a bit old. And
P100's here.
P100, the P100. But yeah, I feel a little bit with my grey beard, a little bit Father Christmas-like. But anyhow.
I'm not sitting on your lap.
No. We'd be definitely talking about the next thing that pops up. But anyhow, welcome back to everyone. If you're a long-time listener, welcome back. First-time listener, look out. You never know what we're going to get up to on this podcast. But one thing's guaranteed, we always talk about fishing, comps around the area, and just general chit-chat around issues around the fishing industry.
World. Yeah,
the fishing world. So,
the good, the bad, the ugly.
The good, the bad, the ugly. And look, we've probably got a lot to get through today, and we've been once again ill-prepared because that's how we roll at this show. But, mate, what have you been up to?
Well, I decided to go back into hospital on Sunday.
Yeah, okay. You decided.
Yeah, decided to.
Just go to hospital.
Poor sweet Chili Philly had to fish the local comp himself.
Yep.
But somehow I still got the accolades of my name still being there. So
Yeah.
Shout out Clarence Valley Sports Fishing Club for supporting me. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
As our listeners know, I've been up and down with the good old kidney stones. So yesterday I had them blasted out, and I'm here a little bit tender. I've got a dick that looks like I come from Africa, so I could. If you do see a Bo's OnlyFans, don't judge.
Don't judge.
It's only going to be there for 2 weeks while the bruising and the swelling's still there.
After that comment, I think I better have a wobbly chook.
But in saying that, how good has this week been? Back into comp fishing, lots of comps around, ABT, QFFT, our local Clarence Valley Sports Fishing Club.
Overseas, Bassmaster.
Bassmasters overseas.
Did I see Hank Cherry took that one out?
Yeah, Hank took it out. Yeah,
very good.
Mate, it's a lovely time of the year to be a sports fisherman.
Yeah. So that's definitely the one thing about it is that you're sort of on holidays, you're doing your own thing, you're doing a bit of reco fishing or whatever, and you come back to it. And look, I never fished anything on the weekend, but definitely sort of grinding the gears to probably have a crack soon. So that was really good. I've got, from my point of view, I just had a quiet weekend with the kids, to be honest. Just went to the beach, just chilled, just needed to spend some time with the kids. So we did that. We had a lot of fun. We achieved a few goals over the weekend, which was really cool. And, sort of maybe this week I'll get that boat out in the water. But I think in the following fortnight or so, it's off for a service at Yamaha. So the guys down there will look after the boat, and I'll probably leave it there for a few days and do whatever. I think I'm going away for work. So there's probably one issue there with the podcast over the next 2 months. There'll be a couple of weeks where we won't be recording because unfortunately work gets in the way of what I do here. So and I can't give up my day job to do this. So that's life.
Yeah, part and parcel of work life and trying to be a podcaster.
So no, look, I think the river's fishing not too bad. There wasn't a huge amount of bass or size in the bass here.
Look, it's a funny time of the year. We have our heat goes up and down, fluctuates like hooker's underwear.
Yep.
And look, and it showed on the weekend. There had been some good fish being caught up to it. But yeah, we just had a crappy tide, and look, I know it sounds like I'm preaching to the choir, but on rivers to get the good fish, you need a good tide. And
yeah, good tide. Yep.
So starting off with a shitty low does not always help for a competition.
Was the size of the tide quite small in between it? Or yeah. So the flow and run wasn't. There
wasn't a lot of movement for the guys that fished around Grafton, like the ski lodge down to brushy type thing.
Yep.
And that. But what did we have? We did have some place getters for that.
Yes, I did see a big shout out to Team Paddo.
Yeah.
Them guys, I believe, took it home. And
so we had Pat and Cameron taking it out for 2 fish going 1.605.
Yep.
Little bit sad considering our last bass comp, I think Big Bass was 1.6. Second place to the two up and young fellas, Chad and Jakey. They've been doing the juniors, taking out the junior prizes, but unfortunately we don't have a junior sponsor, so they've jumped up and been playing with the big boys. They came second with 1.55 and also took out Big Bass of 870 grams.
Yep.
So not a bad Big Bass. Like it's no great one, but it's still a nice one to have in your bag if you're doing ABT. Third place, Craig and Toby. They need no introduction. They're always at the pointy end. 2 fish for 1.540, so just missing second by 10 grams.
Yep.
Joey knows about that. Fourth place goes to Cameron Hoare and his Mrs. Bree going 1.435. So like the top 4, very, very close. There's only 50 grams. Really.
And look, that sort of just probably shows the style or the type of fish that were around to it on that day as well. Like no real standout. Like they're very consistent in size, weren't they?
No, a lot of people had that one, maybe that one around that 40 centimeter mark, and then a little rat.
Yeah. So no, that's good. What else has been happening in the tournament world? I'm sort of just trying to catch up here a little bit.
Then we had one of our big ones. We had the Queensland Freshwater Fishing Tournament.
Yes.
Proudly sponsored by Charlton's, and the round sponsor was TT. So shout out to TT for jumping on board. Huge supporter of Queensland Freshwater Fishing Tournament, same as Carlton. Oh, sorry, Charlton. Carlton beer. Sorry, I always get confused with that. No disrespect there, guys. Sorry, it's just a stupid New South Walesman. So we had the 3 sessions for that. I think it was 3 sessions for that. And we had Maddie Taylor taking out first place. Then I think it was Lloydie in second. I've just realised I've taken this wrong shot I've taken the day 1. Not the bottom one. So Maddie Taylor took out first place, walking away with $970 for first place for the event.
I think I've seen some they were quite reasonable sized bass.
They were some really nice reasonable sized bass. I think Matt Johnson took out Big Bass with 2.6, I think it was.
Okay. Yep.
Took out Bassman Big Bass for that comp there. Lloydie had a great event. Braden Thorne still going off last year, still Mr. Consistent. He was up there. But big shout out to Matty Taylor from the Bass Electrics, going over to QFFT, stepping up with the big boys in the big boats in his tinny and getting the job done.
Yeah.
So
that's pretty good.
Oh, pretty good, but I'm a little bit scared because he probably just used that as a pre-fish for the Bass Electric to whoop my ass in 2 weeks.
Look, while we're just talking about this, we'll just follow through some we've got some stuff here from P2. He's got back online with things for 2026. He's been ratting about, skinning timber and working on his new projects, which I'm sure we'll hear about in the near future. But here we go. We'll just see if we can get this recording going and see what he's been up to or what he's going to have a whinge about, I suppose.
How are we, you two Pelicans? Old P... Fuck, it's been that long. What number am I? P2, I think. Something like that. The old Philly season's got to me. But welcome back, gentlemen. Just P2 here, reporting a bit of weekly wisdom. Just in the car, kids at swimming lessons. I thought, there's the Arvo, grab a hot chook on the way home from the chicken shop. You know, a bit of potato bake,
the old express
bit
chicken.
of carbonara, a bit of pasta salad. No, nice easy dinner, $50, job's done. I've called in there, and it's like, what is it, 5:15, you know? Tea time, pretty busy time, you know, it doesn't matter which town you live in. 5:15 is going to be a pretty busy time at the takeaway shop. And, wheeled in there, and old mate in front of me got the last chicken out of the cabinet there, and I'm like, yeah, all good, you know, they'll just have a bit of a stash over here. And I'll get up, and I said, I'll just have a hot chicken to start with there, thanks. And she goes, sorry, sir, we're out of chicken.
Oh.
What do you fucking mean you're out of chicken? You're fucking chicken shop at 5:15 on a fucking Thursday.
You're fucked if you got no chicken,
eh?
eh?
You're out of chicken. Are you fucking shitting me? It's like the pizza shop running out of fucking pizza. Like, you specialise in one thing. It is 3.5 hours to your shutting time, and you're telling me that you're out of fucking chickens? No, that's fucked. So, weekly wisdom is, if you own a chicken shop, make sure you got plenty of fucking chickens.
Yep.
P2 out.
and knowing this chicken shop, I'm pretty sure I know the one.
Yep.
Isn't across the road like 100 metres
From the pool.
Audi?
Oh, Audi, yes.
Where you can buy a chook for $3.
Yeah.
Not saying cook it, Joey, but I'm saying send their asses over and cook the fucking chook.
Yeah, you think they could just go get a couple of bloody raw chooks and just get them on the rotisserie? Like, surely they, at that time, like, something catastrophic has had to have happened. Like, or they just got no idea. But
well, that could be a little thing at that chicken shop. No idea, because it has gone down the shit.
Yeah, well, back in the day, you know, before all the fast food chains turned up in P2's little town,
it was the stop.
That was the stop. Yes, 100%. And
mate, that was the only reason Mum would drive us to play football in casino. Is that she could get a chicken wrap at the chicken shop on the way home. God bless you, Mum. Love you.
So, anyhow, look.
That makes me feel better too, because I blew up at KFC the other day.
Well, yes.
And
I've been through this with KFC too.
But here's the funny thing. Guys, be careful when you call up. Use a fucking block your number or put your number on private, because what the little cunts do now, and I'm going to say the C word, I don't care, is this little fucker, because my brother works there, and then he called me up and was like, have you been complaining at KFC? And I said, well, mate, it's 8 o'clock and you ran out of fucking chicken. Like, come on. You got 2 hours of opening. Anyway, well, what they do is these little smart little fucking, what generation are they?
Oh, I don't know. They're starting back at A again.
Gen Tree. We'll call them Gen Trans.
Gen Trans.
Anyway, so what they do is they get your mobile number and they go into the bank app, into the Pay ID, type your fucking number in.
Bullshit.
And then he caught this little smart ass manager at KFC in Grafton. I'll name and shame you fuckwit. That this is what he did, and then called up my brother and said, is this one of your family members calling up complaining? And then my brother got ripped by his boss that I called up and complained about.
What?
Yeah, I know. If someone says KFC burning down, it wasn't me.
It wasn't me. Now, we do have another one.
Back to fishing.
Tea time, pretty busy time, you know, it doesn't matter which town you're
Hang on. What are we doing there? I can't steer this. Oh, God, get out of that. Okay, let's try this one.
P2 back again. Just listen to the latest ep, and you're having a whinge. We're both having a whinge about the debris and blah, blah, blah and Bungalore. But, well, fucking champ, right. All I can say is if you can't get in there, buy a smaller boat or learn how to drive, because you just fucking max power through that shit. Bye.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that, because I spoke to someone that listens to the podcast that is wanting to come down and fish Richmond for a certain event. And I might have said, there's a spot, but you do have to jam it. So thanks for that, Joey. He will.
I know. I might set up a few GoPros or something at this particular spot where you're going to have to jam it and get some footage, I reckon.
I'll go first. Sorry, Brad, the bluefin's getting sent.
Yeah, full sting.
We're about to test out those worlds.
Oh, man. All right. So, all right. And look, obviously, last time we spoke, and we'll keep that for a little bit later, but we just finalised, I guess, or the ABT finalised their Lake Entrance round. And what did I say? Do you remember who I said might win that one? Well, it's probably really no surprise, to be honest.
Cream always floats to the top.
Yeah. So,
but look, he still had to go out there and catch fish. Like, he's got the reputation to do it, but he's still got to go out there and land the fish, which he does consistently.
Yeah, that's right. So we're obviously talking about Mark Healy there with the win at Malakuta.
Does he have kids?
I don't know.
Did he sell his firstborn to the devil or something? Like, I don't know.
We could see if we can get him on the show for a yarn. I think he'd be a great person to get on this show. We might reach out to him in the very, very near future.
And one of Shimano's proud sponsored anglers too.
Yeah. Shimano are obviously reaping in probably his rewards as well, because he's just sort of cleaning everything up, to be honest. So it's just been a stellar, I guess, probably 3 or 4 years for Mark, to be honest. He's probably the GOAT now. I don't know where he sits in the prize money thing. We might look at that a little bit later and try to see if we can figure that out. But look, basically 10 fish over 10 kilo for the Malakuta event. Mario, I think I mentioned his name as well.
Yeah, I threw Mario in there as well. Yeah.
He comes second with 10 kilo there as well. Sorry, 9.7. I take that back. 10 fish for 9.7. And Jared Healy, 9.3. So
relation?
I don't know. We'll have to figure that one out. And look, as you scroll down, the usual suspects are there. More shout out to Joel McKenzie. He's come 7th there. But yeah, Peter. I can't steer this.
Morgo was there. Jamie was there.
Yeah, Pete Bruckle. So look, good to see that event go pretty good. I did see a couple of. It looks like Chris Hickson had a few dramas.
About to mention poor Chrissy boy.
Yeah, seen a few things on Facebook there, but unfortunate for him. But anyhow, now it all starts off with the next one will be over in Tasmania.
Yeah. And I did see that, speaking about Chris, I did see today that they dropped their new logo for over there in America. Got to say, guys, that logo is the best one yet.
So the World Bass Fishing Championship logo, right?
Yeah. Yep. So it's going to start. They're going to start processing all that, getting the fun stuff rolling. I was only talking to Mick the other day. We're going to get ready to go do our. Me and Tyson are going to go up and go do charter with Mick.
Charter, yep. The one that they auctioned off last year. I think we've chosen Wivenhoe. Yep. You enjoy 6 knots?
Yeah, we'll enjoy 6 knots. I might even take the electric boat. No, it's a dam. Out of all the dams in ABT this year, it's one me and Tyson aren't very confident in.
Yep.
So any tips that we can learn off Mick for that
why not?
is much appreciated.
Yeah. And why not? Why wouldn't you have Mick up there in southwest Queensland showing you the ropes? So
and the funny thing is when I first started ABT, it was at Wivenhoe, and I got Mick. So I think it's a pretty cool thing to come back from. Mick, no pressure. I hope we go better at this charter than what we did at my first ABT. But look, in saying that, that was my first time spooning, and even though I was catching catfish, it was still very fun and entertaining to catch catfish on spoons when you've never thrown spoons only for tailor and jewfish.
Yeah. Look, probably. But once again, that it's been sort of discussed. I don't know whether there's been any update on it, but just comes back to boating and even, I guess, all precautions are taken. Sometimes you can find yourself in a predicament. And unfortunately, there's a fellow fisherman that's gone missing up off the Gold Coast there now, and obviously it doesn't look great. Some reports of what I've heard is that, some of his stuff was missing, like a life jacket and all that. So, it sounds like every precaution might have been taken, but still it's just tragic, to be honest with you. I've heard rumours about maybe the EPIRB being found and all that, but, it's just tragic, absolutely tragic.
Yeah, and it hits home. Like we all go out by ourselves. We all do,
and it seems to like similar circumstances to what happened down in Port Stephens, I think it was last year. So, look, guys, the only piece of advice that I would like to give everyone that is going out to sea, can you go with a buddy?
Yeah.
Try not to go out by yourself. I know, don't get me wrong, I'm the first bloke that loves going fishing by myself.
Yep.
But I think when you're out at sea, there's just so many more things that can happen. And, you just don't want to put your loved ones in that position. So,
I'm going to throw something out there, and I'm not having a crack at any of the fellas with what's happened and all that. But do you think it's time that maybe we look into, like, because from my understanding, both of these fellas were wearing locking belts where the rod is strapped to them.
Oh, right. Okay.
This is from what I've heard.
Yep.
And like, yes, we are fighting fish that sometimes can be 3 times our weight. And I know personally, 20 kilos of drag can pull me over a boat.
Yeah, that's right. You could just get off balance, a bit of swell or something just to get you uneven off your feet.
Do we need a tie-on thing on the back of this now? Like a lanyard for us?
Yeah. Look, it's a for something that sounds like similar circumstances between this and the incident last year that maybe. I don't know, maybe something's got to be looked at. I don't know whether there's can be some sort of endorsement from maybe like from the Game Fishing Association of Australia or whatever it might be. I don't know. I honestly, I don't have the answer to it, but I surely do think if you had a second person in the boat,
things could have been different.
Might have been different.
Yeah.
Might have been different.
No.
And so I guess, if you're out there fighting them big fish, guys, just be mindful. P3's right. These fish are 3 times our body mass easily. And it only takes a little bit of swell, a little bit off balance. That fish could have jumped towards the boat. Who knows, right?
Yeah.
There's 100 different things.
Different scenarios with those crazy fish.
But anyhow, just from my point of view, I just hope that everyone goes out to sea. Make sure you go out with a buddy. I think that's my takeaway from it. Right. Well, I'm going to try and make a little message. Oh, hang on. All right. Sweet. Let's do it. So we're just calling in. We've got a special person on today, which is Steven Pryke. So he actually won the Lakes Entrance ABT. Gippy Lakes. I'll get it right. Stephen, how you going?
Hello, mate.
Hey.
All good yourself?
Good, mate. You're on the Two Pelicans podcast. Thanks for picking up and spending 10 minutes to have a bit of a yarn to us.
So easy, mate. Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah. Look, we'll get into all the stuff that's happened recently for yourself. Obviously, a great win down at Lakes Entrance there. But look, for a lot of the guys that may not know you, might know you a little bit, when did fishing first start for you? And actually, whereabouts are you? Are you down in Victoria, or did you originate from Tassie? Like, give us a little bit of a story about yourself.
Pretty much grew up fishing my whole entire life. It's sort of been a part of my life for as long as I can remember.
Mm-hmm.
My whole family fishes, grandparents fish, everyone fishes basically. So it's sort of natural that you fall into it.
Mm-hmm.
And I live at Lakes Entrance, right on the Gippy Lakes.
Okay. All right. So that was your home water?
Yeah, home waterway. And pretty lucky to have a premier lake as our background.
Yeah, there. Hey, I'll get into that a little bit later about Gippy and the tournament, but mates, what dragged you into tournament fishing, and when did you first start that? How old were you when you first started that?
So my first ever event, I was 17 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always just been a competitive person. I grew up doing competitive swimming, all the sort of nippers, surf club sort of stuff. So I've always had that competitive sort of personality.
Mm-hmm.
And then started getting really hooked on lure fishing and reading about it and all that, and sort of got right into it here. So sort of naturally, I was just always a competitive person, so it sort of led me in that direction. Originally, I started doing the Vic brims.
Yep.
And I was lucky enough to meet Richard Summerton and Scott Baker back in the day, which, if anyone doesn't know who they are, they're both Hobie World champions back in the day.
Yep.
They've won God knows how many events between them. I was lucky enough to meet them boys at Williamstown for the Vic Brim. And, they invited me to do kayaks and did a Kobe event and sort of never looked back. It's sort of just been bitten by the bug since, and it's been 11 or 12 years now.
Yeah. So you're still actively competing in the Hobie events as well as ABT?
Yeah, Hobie, ABT, and Vic Brim.
Yeah, nice. All right, so you're a local to this arena. Tell us a little bit about the lead up to it. Obviously, there's a pre-fish band, but what were your thoughts? Obviously, you would have snuck out before the band, and what were your thoughts when you got off the water from that?
Honestly, I hadn't actually pre-fished it. I literally just started a new job about 3 months ago, so time's been a bit tight.
Yeah, right.
I did, and between that, when I did get the opportunity to go fishing, I went bass fishing.
Yep,
my boy.
Yeah, I did one pre-fish.
Yeah, okay.
Before the ban, and that was literally just the Monday before the ban kicked in. I thought I better go have a look.
Yes. Yeah.
Ran around, did a bit of flats fishing, sort of typical gippy style, sort of fishing rock bars, fishing flats, and got stuck in on pretty good on jerk baits, and thought, that'll be a good spot to sort of start on the pre-fish for the event.
Yeah.
To have a look at.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's good. So obviously, you just mentioned that that was a starting point for you on the official pre-fish day. One thing that struck me about that place is that when the weather's nasty, it is fucking torrential there. But the weather was good, wasn't it?
Yeah, we're very lucky that Gippy behaved itself.
Yeah.
Because for anyone that doesn't know the joint, it is most of the lake's only 2-3 meters.
Yeah.
So they stand up, and it's a big open lake, so it can get nasty.
The groundswell's like next level. I was down there maybe about 4 years ago now, 3 years ago. And I just couldn't even go out into the lake. Like, it was just horrendous.
Yeah, we've had some nasty ones over the years that you can't even get the boats on plane because it's just that big a swell in there. You just sort of keeping the throttle down, keep the bilge pump going, and just hang on pretty much.
Yeah. Hey, so you got there, it sounds like you pre-fished, you fished with some jerk baits. What was the poison that you were using in the way of the jerk baits?
So in the jerk baits prior to the ban, I was just fishing the atomic jerk minnow in the 60 mil. Just fishing them up on the flats pretty much. There's fishing tapered sand edges and rock bars, and there's ghost brown shade, which is one of my sort of favourite colours out of them.
Yep.
And just twitching them pretty much across the flats. So I was more out there to have a play with the new Samurai Infinite.
Okay.
Yeah, they're nice, aren't they?
That's a beautiful rod, and I thought I better get out and give it a whirl because it's been sitting there in the shed for about a month. And so went and gave that a good whirl and had fun with that. And that was sort of it prior to the ban.
Yep. All right. So you've got out there. You sort of went through and done that sort of style of fishing. Is that what you stuck with for day one?
Leading up to it, I realised that the event was going to be on full moon.
Yep.
Full moon, no wind, and hot. So it was going to be a very hard recipe to flats fish.
Yeah. Okay.
Sort of did that, ran around on the main pre-fish day and covered a lot of ground, and sort of went and checked a few spots, a few sneaky little docks and bits and pieces that I normally got up my sleeve, and I'm pretty much went and just visually fished or visually sighted them. Didn't even put a rod in, just drove up there on the electric and the outboard and had a look at them, and was like, there's a 1.5, 1.6. We'll just leave him be.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's good when you can do that, isn't it?
Yeah, you just watch them and leave them be, and then we'll come back tomorrow and hopefully put a hook in them.
Yeah. So without sort of giving too much away, were you carrying a camera by any chance? So we don't want to give away your too many secrets, but if it's a camera, then with Morgo, then most people are going to sort of know. But were you? What sort of areas were you fishing? Were you sort of up towards or going up towards Holland's Landing, or you back down into the other arm? I forget what that arm's called, down to the east there, or you just everywhere?
I was pretty much floated around Paynesville most of the
Paynesville, okay, yep.
Yeah, so most of it floated around Painesy, Newlands, Duck Arm. There's hundreds of boat docks through there, few gravelly corners. There's a lot there, and like with full moon, I personally, that's, in my opinion, they relate to structure very heavily.
Yep.
So that's where I sort of wanted to be after. Yeah, it's just fishing docks and stuff like that where they're going to pull up.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And just with the jerk bait, look, I'm no black brim specialist, but learnt a lot when I was down there. How much are you actually moving that jerk bait?
I'd probably say on the day, like it all varies depending on their bite. Generally, I probably only crack them I'd say 10 to 15 centimetre twitches.
Yep.
It's like, quite a bit, but then it's sort of depending on the mood of them. Some days are like more of a slower twitch, and some days you just got to crack it around and make it really erratic and annoy them.
Yeah, right.
It sort of vary. The same as like when you're cranking, in a sense. Like some days you need a dead slow crank, or you need a little bit faster to get them to arc up on it.
Yes.
You sort of just muck around with that twitching style.
Yeah. No, that's good. So, look, all that taken into place, where were you after day one, and what was your weight roughly?
So day one, I managed to lead the event.
Yep.
And I had just under 7.1 kilos. So it's a cracking bag.
Yeah,
it's really good.
How'd you sleep that night?
I crashed. I was pretty tired because I've been running around flat out here, so I just crashed out. And especially staying at home, you sleep in your own bed.
Yeah,
which is always nice.
The only bit that was annoying me is about the other 5 more fish that I let go. And thinking, like I could have had 7.5, 8 kilos.
Right. That's amazing.
I lost some crackers on day one.
What was your smallest fish, just out of curiosity?
36 fork. They're like a measly kilo fish.
Yeah.
And then you come up the Gold Coast, and that would probably be big brim.
Yeah.
He's a donk for Goldie.
Yeah. 100%. All right, so you slept well. You got up the next morning. I guess the question is, did you stick to the same sort of plan of day one, or did you sort of deviate from that a little bit?
Pretty much rinse and repeat.
Yep.
I went to my main areas a lot earlier in the day. I went straight there and just thought I'm going to put my head down and just go to work here. And my goal was I wanted 6 kilos minimum.
Yep.
Out of there that day. Just I thought if I can get 6 kilos and hit 13 kegs, it's going to be pretty damn hard to beat me.
Yeah, it could.
Yeah, so I thought going back in there, swing hard and try and get 6 kilos, and we got close, but not quite.
I was about to say you were 5'7" the second day, weren't you?
Yeah, 5'7" something. So we're close.
And that.
Yeah.
So what was your big fish on the second day?
My biggest fish on the second day was 41.5 fork.
41. And what was your biggest fish for the whole event?
41.5 fork. I had 3 of them.
3.
Yeah, right.
So I had 3 41.5 forkers, and then I think I had 3 41 forkers.
So they work out to be about 1.5, 1.6 kilos on the app, don't they? By memory?
Yeah, 1516.
1516. Yeah, they're
So they're good fish. It's the fish you need. So you get 2 of them, there's already 3 kilos. So you're in good stead to have a proper bag.
We just and obviously with that you got the job done. You just edged out Mark Healy by roughly maybe a bit under 700 grams, mates. How like as a fisherman, and we'll definitely try and get him on the show a little bit later on this year, but Mark, he just has that dialed in anywhere, any arena. Were you how were you feeling? I mean, obviously it's a live app, so I guess you can sort of see what was going on, but was there some sort of doubt in your head that you hadn't got it? Like when did you know you had it, and were you peaking about maybe not having it?
Probably I'd say about 11:30 on the Sunday. Sorry, not the Sunday, on the second day, the Wednesday. I stopped getting fish. I wasn't getting bit anymore. I could see them, but I couldn't make them happen. And I didn't catch a fish from 11:30 till about 1.
Oh, I can imagine the head games.
And in my head, I'm like, oh God, Healy's going to get me. He's going to get me. Like, it's just, he's such a good angler, and he was fishing one of his strengths, fishing docks and stuff like that, which he's amazing at doing. So I was kind of hoping is like Meetung was going to play a little bit tough. That's where he fished the weekend.
Yep.
So sort of that was played in my head to about 1-ish, and I come out of Duck Arm and a slight breeze picked up. And I just said to my nonny, let's go hit that rocky point. Like, there's wind on it. There hasn't been much of a flat spot all weekend, but we're getting away from the weekend. I'm getting away from the moon now a little bit. Let's have a go.
Yep.
We pulled up there and I donged 234 straight away on a hard body.
Yep.
So I was like, oh, here we go. And then sort of sorted out my nonny, gave him a hard body because he didn't have what I was getting them on. Punched down a nice big long cast on the 7'4" Samurai, so you get a massive cast and just rolling it back and clunk 38 forker hooked. And sort of looked at my nonny and like when I hooked it and loaded up, it was like, this is the one. If I get this is pretty much the nail in the coffin.
Yes.
It's over.
Yeah.
So it was pretty tense in a sense. It was probably the most nervous I've been on a fish for a while.
How was the nonny on the net? Was he?
Yeah, Benny was all over it.
Who were your nonnies? Give you a shout out to the nonnies while we're talking.
Yeah, so on day one I had Beth Harris.
Yep.
Which Beth was awesome to have on board. I've had her a couple of times in the boat, so it's always a good laugh with her. And then I had Ben McLean, I think it's pronounced, and it was Benny's first ever event.
Nice.
Yeah,
What and
so
how's that?
He
He got to fish with the guy that won it, first event.
Yeah, so hopefully he learned something out of putting up with me for the day. But it was a cracking day, and Benny was good fun. It was just like fishing with one of your mates who are laughing, giving each other shit, and just winding each other up. So
Yep.
I always think that helped in a way. It just lightened the mood.
It does, doesn't it? Like, and Bo just sort of mentioned it before. Like, these things. It's amazing what sort of headspaces you can get in tournament fishing, isn't it? But
it's amazing. Yeah, like I don't think a lot of people realize how much tournament fishing and even fishing in general, how mental it can be.
Mental and emotional. And emotional.
Yeah, mental and emotional.
I wonder if you could have a psychologist out in the boat while you fish.
Oh, fuck.
They'd make a fortune.
They would. The ups and downs. Oh.
Yeah.
And that's not the swell.
Yeah.
All right. So you get back there. You've looked at, obviously, the app. What's going through your mind, the presentation? What were you feeling? And is this your first win?
So I sort of sit on edge because ABT, we do flights. So we all come at different times.
Yes, true.
And Healy didn't finish till 2:30.
Okay.
And so I got in. I was at 2:15. I had to be in, so and I got there about 2:10. So I had to sit on the beach for 20 minutes and pray he didn't get a kicker. So that was a little bit. That was a bit tense. Sort of just trying to just pack the boat up and just waiting for time to tick down, hoping nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing updates. So I just constantly kept updating the live scoreboard.
Yeah.
and just hanging on in a sense. Yeah, so we did that, and then sort of once it finished off, it hit 2:30. I sort of knew I was safe, and we'd done it, and a few of the boys started all sort of congratulating me and everything like that, and then we did the presentation later that night.
Yep.
Yeah, so down at the Meetung pub, which was pretty surreal in a sense. Like it's always sort of that goal we all aim for if you're competitive is to win an event.
Of course.
So and to be on my home lake, it's pretty special.
Yeah, that's right. It's a nice little backdrop, the Meetung Hotel there. It's quite a lovely little spot.
It looks like a banger of a pub down there.
Yeah, no, it's good.
It's an awesome spot there.
All right, so what did you
spend the money on?
Yeah, how much money did you get? Tell the listeners what the prize was and where's it going?
So it was $4,250 for first place.
Nice kitty, nice little kitty.
And then because Mercury support the series and I run a Merc, they do a Mercury bonus. So it was an extra $250.
Gotta love that.
Yeah, so nice little bit extra there. So just under $4,500. So it was a pretty nice bit of pay, and at the moment it hasn't gone anywhere. It's sitting on the shelf in the house.
Yeah, righto, fair enough.
Yeah, I'm looking at a new engine for the boat, so it'll probably just go into the engine fund at this stage.
Yep.
Yeah, so at the moment, it can sit there for a bit.
Oh, it's always nice for Mercury to pay some of that engine back for you.
Oh, definitely. So they pay for a little bit of fuel bill.
yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
And I'm guessing you get looked after by Frogley's Offshore with Atomic and the Samurai with some of the stuff that you mentioned before with the rods and the lures that you were using?
Yeah, I get looked after by the boys at Frogley's. I've been with Frogley's for nearly 10 years now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so they've always been an amazing supporter of me since even the early days when I was getting pretty young and just getting into it in a sense. They've always been really good and supportive and kept me up to date with all the new product ranges and playing with all the new sample rods. It's always fun to play with all that sort of new stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, look, it's definitely a great product. I know if you open up my rod locker, I think I got about 7 or 8 Samurai reactions.
Well, I just got given 7 of the Samurais for Big Bass for their Bass
for the
Electrics.
Bass Electric, yeah.
And I'll tell you what, it's going to be hard to hand them bastards out.
You're like, what Samurai?
Yeah, no, there's no Samurai.
Yeah.
So what other events are you going to be doing this year? You're going to travel up north for some of the New South Wales. Are you going to go to Tasmania?
Unfortunately, I'm not going to do Tassie. I'm a bit tight, like with the new job. I'm still tight on time at the moment, but definitely going to go up and do the Hawkesbury event.
Yep.
Maybe the Manning. And then I go up and do Foster Tuncurry for the grand final. I love
that's right. You're qualified.
I was about to say, I'd only be worrying about Foster now, mate. First one of the year, won. Let's just worry about the grand final now. Let's get that new boat. Let's get that new boat.
Yeah, a new boat would be nice and a bit of toys. But I'll do those, and then I'm going to run around. I'll do a few Hobies. I've got the Bem and Marlow event next week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've got them next week, and then the Vic Brims starting up in March.
Can I ask, because we're obviously, you guys are in Mexico, can I ask, with the Vic Brim series, is it all like a measuring event?
No, it's live weigh-in for all of Vic Brim's events.
All right. So what's the story with the slot limits for Lake's Entrance? So is it legal to bring in the Brim over 38, or what's the story there?
For the Vic Brim, they've managed to get an exclusion permit, to my knowledge.
Okay.
So you're allowed to bring them in for that event only.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, nice.
Otherwise, they have to be released immediately.
Okay.
Which is cracking too, because I love seeing it when we come in like the old school live weigh-in. It's awesome, especially at Meetung Pub. You got that scenery and everything like that there, and then you watch, and then you got guys walking up to stage with like 1.8 kilo fish.
Yeah, it's definitely. I think a lot of the anglers at heart, and not disrespecting, I guess, the ABT with what they're doing. I can understand why they're doing it. But yeah, there's something just about taking that bag up for the day, especially when you've got a cracking bag.
It's a double-ended sword, because as a fisherman, we love carrying a big bag up on stage and that. But then when we're not fishing, I love that app. Like, to be able to sit there and watch you boys
that's right.
watch throughout the day of how you're going and that, and get some idea. Like,
I think also though, fish welfare. So like, I know last year, not even up in New South Wales here, I had a pretty crook fish there at one stage, and just things like that. You sort of go, if it was an app, like, you're not thinking about it, you're not trying to get that fish alive and all that kind of shit. So
opening and closing the live well, checking on the fucking thing.
Yeah. So
that's the biggest thing I love about the app is that's the fish are released immediately. They're not stressing in the well. You're not worrying about them or anything like that. Upgrading super easy because you can just submit it and it's done.
Yeah.
You don't have to go digging through a live well getting spiked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or having your big one jump out of the fucking boat from the live well. I've had that happen before.
Yeah, I've seen that happen.
That's another horrible one.
Yeah.
All right, Steven. Look, mates, we think we'll end it there. But look, thanks for giving us the time to or come on our little podcast. I'm sure the listeners would get something out of that, and it was great to hear your story and your background around fishing. So, thank you very much.
No, thanks, heaps, guys. Thanks, heaps, for having me.
No, right. And win another one. We'll get you on again this year.
Hopefully, mate.
All right, thank you. See you, mate. Bye.
All right, see you guys.
Bye. There you go, Steven Pryke, the first winner of the ABT Brim Series this year down in Victoria. I hope you guys got a bit of insight with that. It was good to hear his story and talk about his tournament win and everything in and around fishing that he does.
Yep, and another brim guy, another top brim fisherman in Australia, and just a good general bloke, as you heard and saw.
Yep. All right. anything else you want to talk about the Bass Electric before we finish up?
I just locked in my last sponsor just before coming in, and I would like to announce that Samaki have come on board for round sponsor for Lake Baroon. So Lake Baroon's a new event that we're going to this year. I think it's might be Chesley's home waters. So
right, okay.
Chesley, if you're listening, no pressure, brother. He'll love that. Other than that, we've got Somerset coming up on the 27th and 28th of February, proudly sponsored by JML. This is going to be a huge round to start off our year. We're starting off with a 2-day event. We haven't had a 2-day event in a while, so we've got a couple of 2-day events this year. So it's going to be interesting.
2 days. That will test. That'll test the anglers.
It will be nice on Somerset. So we've got a 2-day event at Somerset to begin with, and then our last AOY round is a 2-day event at Mugra. So that's going to be, I think, to start with a 2-day event and to finish with a 2-day event. A couple of singles in the middle. I think that's going to be a nice little aspect, and it could just shake up. I hope it brings it down to the wire on day one in August at Mugra. For us to name our AOY winner, I would really like it to come down. That's to the wire.
It's always good when it's a close contest at the end of the year or season. So anyhow, I just shout out to all the guys that are going to compete this year. You know, it's time away from family. It's time and money that's put into it, and flip side of that too. Thank you to all the sponsors that help in and around all the fishing comps that are out in this wonderful place called Australia.
And I'm just speaking about the sponsors, like I've got to give a shout out to all the guys in the fishing community in Australia that do bring in fishing tackle. The generosity of these guys is enormous. Like, I know there might be young people out there, I ask for sponsorship and all that. Usually it's not about that. It's more what you can do for them, not what they can do for you. And if you can keep that, if you can remember that mentality in your head when you're making these phone calls and trying to approach them, you'll go a lot further, guys.
And listen, I mean, Steven's story, been with Froglies now for nearly 10 years.
That's huge.
And Shorter was they seen something in him when he first started off.
Yeah.
So you don't have to be a seasoned angler. You just got to be out there and be prevalent and you know, I get, you know, it's a social media thing these days, really. But you know, if you've got that sort of marketing tool, and you know, you'll watch a lot of the guys, you know, watching over in America, a lot of the actual professional fishermen, they're off studying marketing and all that kind of stuff because that is part of the tournament scene over there. You've got to be able to market yourself. So anyhow, that's I think we'll probably leave it there.
Yeah, it's probably 10 years before someone in Australia has to do that. Oh, look, Tommy probably had to do a little bit of it over there.
No, Tommy did a bit there, and look, Byron's over there. He's competing, but yeah. Anyhow, all right, guys, we're going to finish that here for now. If you've got a message, send it through to the Two Pelicans podcast at gmail.com. Find us on Facebook. You know the drills. If you listen to this on Spotify, download it. Help us out. If you watch YouTube, give us a thumbs up or whatever. That'd be great. So there's not much to give thumbs up with these two ugly mugs, but anyhow,
give us a laugh reaction, then we know you mean it.
All right, guys. We'll talk to you soon. Chill out.
Chook out.
Chook out. Cluck out.
That was the worst cluck ever.
I didn't even know what I did then. Oh, hang on. You got to turn up the outro music, apparently. All right. Hooroo.